functions. You got holidays. I was around my parents. My parents catered for weddings and the family functions. So I've kind of just always been around food. That's how I got started in. That's how I just recently kind of got started in my food service, Brisket Daddy Barbecue.
Very cool. Now, how do you prepare the brisket? I knew because I see smoke coming from your house all the time, and I know you do it for hours. How long do you prepare this brisket?
Yeah, brisket is a 12 to 15 hour cook, depending on what temperature you're cooking at. And I believe the other day you probably heard me and started smelling me about 3:30. I got the fire going at about 3 a.m. And usually I buy the most quality meat possible, preferred to get a good prime brisket if possible, if the budget permits. Trimming that brisket down to a 1/4 inch of fat, taking off some fat cap, making some nice adjustments, and seasoning up with salt, pepper, some special seasonings, and then getting it on the fire. And low and slow. So 3 a.m. to sometimes 4 or 5 p.m. And then the process really doesn't stop there because then you got to rest. After you cook for 15 hours, after you get off work, from an 8-hour shift, you want to go home and sit on the couch and rest and Actually, you probably want to sit in the car for a little bit, huh, Justin? Want to sit in the car for a little bit and let the day get off of you and before you get in and start dealing with the other stuff. So, you are muted, Justin. You're muted.
When it's super cold, yep, I'm in the car.
Hey, I don't know you here, Jay. What's up, Jay?
What's up, buddy? I was saying, because you said earlier, Paul was saying, oh, I smell the smoke between my house or your house blowing all that smoke from the barbecue and me blowing all the smoke in my backyard. Paul gets caught in the middle of all that.
Well, that's you, I smell. I do my smell, but I was like,
well, that's definitely me. Yeah.
Just don't call the fire engines on my ass.
Yeah, that was a crazy day.
Yeah, that was fun. I came home. Yeah, Paul and I got home like around the same time. What the fuck? Came home to 6 fire engines, 2 medical trucks, and in the house.
Yeah,
all right, you can't just leave it at that. You gotta tell us the story now.
Oh, that one's on Paul.
Yeah, I'll leave that on Paul. But before he says that one, I had just lit a fire in my backyard to get on some briskets.
Yeah.
And, before I knew it, there was fire engines everywhere.
Yeah.
Looks like the missus at the Roberts household was doing a little something there, and things got a little out of hand. But luckily enough, the fire department got there early enough to. I think Paul took care of it before the fire department did. They just came in and checked to make sure it was all squared away.
Yeah, I was
kitchen fire you had, Paul?
something like that. Yeah, I was just trying to. I was trying to cook some brisket.
Yeah. It was the black smoke that did it. That came.
Yeah, just a few papers got on fire. We all like to have a little. It was a cold day. I think she just wanted to warm up the fire pit outside, and things just kind of got out of hand a little bit. But like I said, Paul was right on it.
Yeah, Paul was there. I was out watching all that. Yeah, no, it was great because it gave the kids here. They got to play on the fire trucks and take pictures.
He did.
Yep. Hey, when you season brisket daddy, what are all the seasons that you put in there?
Yeah, so you season a brisket with kosher salt, granulated garlic, 16 mesh pepper. You can use a little paprika for color. Everybody uses a little bit something. I think I've seen some people use sugar. Sugar does a little something to the briskets. I've seen turbinado sugar, white sugar, turmeric. I don't know if it was turmeric. I've seen on some bottles. I mean, everybody's got their little, little bit of things, but the main ingredients for brisket is your kosher salt, maybe some Lowry seasoning, your granulated garlic, and then your coarse black pepper. I personally use. I like to set myself apart. At least not set yourself apart. I started my company based off of the Texas style brisket, and Texas style brisket is primarily coarse salt, garlic, granulated garlic, 16 mesh pepper, and fat side up with Texas post oak. We live in California, so I don't have the ability to get post oak at a good, reasonable price. So it's always recommended then to cook with what's natural in your area. In Sacramento, I believe that the Valley oak or white oak, is the natural wood here. We have a lot of almond wood. Almond's good to burn. There's red oak.
Live oak or blue oak.
Yeah.
Live oak or blue oak is the Corvus lobata, the native for Sacramento Valley region. Blue oak, you're going to be rare because it takes forever to grow.
Is that right? Okay.
Yeah, Sacramento. White oak is an East Coast variety, and it's almost